Hi, my name is Lena and I'm a student at the University of the Sunshine Coast. The purpose of this video is to tell you about an innovative and ethical solution that I found to the global issue of disposable coffee cups. It's an issue that I care about strongly and that I'm passionate about. It's a major issue in an environmental perspective, and I believe that I have a great solution on how we can get rid of them. This video presentation was created to develop an intervention plan for the social cost disposable coffee cups. A scoping synopsis has already been created, where I looked closely into why it's an issue, examined the target market, looked closely into the materials used for creating the cups, identified a conceptual model for developing an intervention plan, and suggested 3 suitable intervention strategies. The most suitable intervention strategy for the target market, and that was the most suited according to the theory of planned behavior, is to create a University of the Sunshine Coast campus-wide Share Cup program. With the Share Cup program, a student and staff can purchase a membership of $10 to join the program. Then when they purchase coffee at any coffee shop on campus, they prove that they're a member and get their coffee served in the Share Cup. When they finish drinking the coffee, they can return the cup at any participating coffee shop on campus. The target market of this intervention is young female USC students who are habitual coffee drinkers who drink at least 1 cup of coffee per day. We will target this group of people by having educational posters about the environmental damage of disposable coffee cups, what difference it's made through the program, and informative ones with information about the program. There will be digital screens outside of the coffee shops, and an app will be developed. Funding of the program will come from USC and the USC Vice Chancellor. USC will want to fund this program because it's a positive contribution to a sustainable university. Students and staff at USC are obviously important stakeholders as well, as they are the customers of the program. They will need to be persuaded to become members. The same goes for the coffee shops, who will hopefully be very positive to the intervention. One unintended consequence that might come with the program is that it is designed to be so convenient that when students graduate, using disposable coffee cups can be seen as a big inconvenience, and they might stop their behavior change. This is a list of what I will be covering in the video presentation. First, I will go through a scoping study of the issue with disposable coffee cups. Then I will go in depth of what the Share Cup program includes. Afterwards, I will show you the evaluation strategies, ethical considerations, unintended consequences, and finish with a conclusion. Australians use about 1 billion disposable coffee cups every year, which is equivalent to about 2.7 million cups per day. The coffee industry in Australia is booming, with an 8.2 billion annual revenue and an expected future growth. Coffee is an essential part of the Australian lifestyle, and with more and more people living busy lifestyles, the demand for fast and convenient coffee rises, making disposable coffee cups an essential everyday item for the Australian habitual coffee drinker. The great convenience of the disposable coffee cup is the great benefit of it. However, it does account for more harm than good. As we know, paper does naturally hold on to water. It would especially not be a very good material to hold hot liquids. The reason why the disposable coffee cups are so good at holding hot liquids is because they contain either a thin layer of polystyrene plastic or wax. Because of this, out of 400 disposable coffee cups, only 1 will be recycled. The impact is so big that it's been considered to be the second largest contributor to waste after plastic bottles. The change in consumer behavior is crucial, and this presentation will present an intervention plan on how to change the students at the University of the Sunshine Coast behavior towards the cups. At USC, there is a requirement that the campus coffee shops only use compostable cups. They return nutrients to the soil and help reduce the use of plastic. USC also has an on-campus composting facility, so the cups will decompose in 30 to 120 days. Here is the issue. USC sells about 250,000 disposable coffee cups every year, and with the growing university, this number will rise. Oscar is often full, and when it's full, the compost goes into landfill. The trend of compostable coffee cups has spread to the rest of the Sunshine Coast as well, which is problematic because of the lack of composting infrastructure. In order to develop a comprehensive and successful intervention plan, the conceptual framework theory of planned behavior has been used. The theory of planned behavior suggests that a person will have more positive attitudes and sustain behavior change if they believe that their behavior change was their choice. Behavioral intention is the strongest predictor of behavior, and self-efficacy is the strongest segment in this case to predict pro-environmental behavior. A framework that focuses on these three aspects will have the best outcome according to the theory. The target market for this intervention is young female USC students with a pro-recycling behavior. They are habitual coffee drinkers and regularly purchase coffee at USC. The intervention will be targeting this group because young females are more likely to participate in a pro-environmental behavior, and additionally, 62.7% of USC students are females. These students purchase coffee out of habit, without realizing that they're contributing negatively to the environment. The intervention suggested is the Share Cup program. The Share Cup program is addressing all the different issues that students are experiencing with using a reusable coffee cup. It's inconvenient for them to carry around, it can easily spill in their bag, they forget to clean it as well as bringing it. Last but not least, they're unaware of the environmental consequences of using the cup. In accordance with the target market and the theory of planned behavior, I'm suggesting to create a campus-wide cup sharing program. Ideally, all coffee shops at USC will participate. It works this way. Instead of having to bring their own reusable cup, they can purchase a membership of $10 to join the program. They can then go to any participating coffee shop at USC and purchase a coffee, demonstrate that they are members, and then they will get their coffee in a share cup. They can then take their coffee with them anywhere they want. When they finish drinking their coffee, they return their cup to any of the participating coffee shops, who will clean the cup for them. This is the aim of the program. The Share Cup program aims to greatly reduce the use of disposable coffee cups at USC campus. For the intervention, there will be multiple important partners and stakeholders. At launch of the program, around 1,000 and more reusable cups will need to be ordered to stock all the participating coffee shops. Funding will be needed, both to purchase that many coffee cups at a time, but also to be able to offer them to students at a reasonable price. Funding of $10,000 might be needed, and USC will help sponsoring it because it will benefit USC in many ways. An environmentally friendly, positive, and educational programs such as Share Cup won't run unrecognized by the community. Part of the ideas and plans behind creating the Share Cup program is the hope of the whole community being influenced by the education. Students are an influential group in the society, and with USC being a great sustainability role model as well, the plan is to use this reputation to educate the rest of the society. The Share Cup program is designed in a way that can be adapted by other coffee shops outside of USC as well. The students and staff are very important stakeholders in the development of this program, as it will be unsuccessful if these people aren't on board. All of the USC coffee shops at campus need to be consulted. Interestingly, students aren't the only consumers that need to be persuaded to get involved. A good marketing strategy is also needed to get the coffee shops on board. KeepCup is an important partner in the program. They produce the best self-designed coffee cups, as well as being an Australian company with a focus on reducing the use of disposable coffee cups. It is important to collaborate closely with USC Eco, who might have some great ideas and solutions, and allow the students who are interested to get some work experience. USC will be the first university in Australia to launch a program like this. It is likely to get media attention for good contribution to the environment and to sustainability. The product I will create is convenient coffee cups that a new coffee shop act as, or one day maybe replaces the disposable cups, a bit like what you can see on this slide. The only difference is that they are reusable and you have to return them instead of throwing them out. There are 3 levels of a product. The core product or core benefit of this product and service is to be able to drink convenient takeout coffee while being environmentally conscious. The actual product of this intervention will be offering consumer is a reusable cup and a membership. These are two tangible physical products given to the consumer. The added value of the physical product is the augmented product. For the share cups, that is that consumers get the first coffee for free as part of us thanking them for choosing the environmentally conscious option. Extra to the physical also comes education that reminds them of why you should choose a reusable cup. Education is a very important part of sustaining the behavior change. In order to keep track of who has memberships and who has returned their cups or not, I will track this with an app. Every student will get individual QR codes they use their phones to scan every time they pick up a share cup and every time they return them. Through this app, we can also track how many times each member has used a membership and how many customers are using share cup every day, and eventually through RFID tracking, we can track how many times each cup has been used. This information will also be extremely valuable in the evaluation process. The price for one membership is $10, and it includes a free coffee on first purchase. There are also monetary costs and non-monetary costs associated with this intervention. The coffee shops will benefit greatly from this change, as they are currently paying themselves for every disposable coffee cup used. The consumers now have to pay themselves for the cup, which may be a barrier to change for them. There will be rewards offered, however, in form of having every 10 coffee for free. No coffee shop at USC are currently offering discounts for students with reusable cups, so a discount through share cup of, say, 10 cents per cup can be offered through the app as well. Ideally, a cost for using disposable coffee cups could be added as well. The non-monetary costs are intangible, but real and maybe more significant. There is an effort to participate. As soon as consumers hear that it's a program involving reusable cups to save the environment, it may seem like a lot of effort, especially when it's designed for uni students who are generally busy with other things. The intervention will therefore have a focus on advertising how easy and convenient it is. Consumers might question the program and ask questions as, is thick plastic cups really any better than compostable cups? Students might not know how bad disposable coffee cups are, and now that they know, they will change their behavior because it is more socially acceptable and will make them feel better. There are other costs associated with the intervention as well. USC will fund the intervention and will assist with the initial purchase of the cups, with marketing and the extra effort it will take to clean all the cups. In the startup phase, there will be an employee from ShareCup that will have the responsibility to make sure that every coffee shop has enough cups in stock and distribute them around as they are being purchased and returned, but also to be in charge of the cleaning of the cups. There will be a main cleaning station at the brasserie, as that's where the largest kitchen is, and not all coffee shops on campus are equipped to be able to do cleaning, such as Cup of E. The target market of this intervention strategy is habitual coffee drinkers who drink at least 1 cup of coffee per day. Therefore, the promotion will be strategically placed where the coffee drinkers think about coffee, to make it easy and convenient to make the change. The intervention will influence the point of decision-making by being placed where they make their decisions. It is possible to predict where the target market will be making their decisions, and therefore the intervention promotion will be in these locations. It's easier to reach the target audience through traditional media rather than online and social media. We will hang up posters similar to the one on this slide. We'll have screens by the coffee shops with updates on what big of an impact the membership is making, have an app where they will be educated on the environmental damage of the disposable cup, which also works as promotion, as well as offering everyone who are members every 10 coffee for free through the app. That way the coffee will be paid for through USC rather than the specific coffee shop. Young uni students have an average attention span of 8 seconds. Therefore, These types of infographics will be used in the app and on the TV screens at the coffee shops, as shown in the previous image. This photo is taken from Pinterest, and the statistics and numbers might not be accurate. I would, however, like to have an electronic screen outside of the coffee shops with statistics on how much waste, wood, water, and plastic we have saved at USC since the launch of the program. This initiative will promote something very positive and be inspiring to keep using a reusable cup. If one person uses one paper cup a day, that's equivalent to about 10 kilos of waste to landfill every year. If these statistics are correct, then the current consumption at USC contributes to chopping down 101.6 trees per year. That is 1 tree per 2,460 cups. Every cup needs a liter of water to be produced. That is about 240,000 liters of water every year, of just producing the disposable coffee cups. Then the disposing of the cup is obviously another issue. It's important to decide on the evaluation strategy already in the planning stage of planning the intervention. I don't just want to change the students' behavior, but also their attitudes, to make sure they sustain their behavior. So these are the different ways I will evaluate the success of this intervention. First, I will conduct a survey around USC campus. I will ask them right before lunch and at the end of the semester to see if their attitudes have changed. I will ask them questions like, what do you think about using disposable coffee cups? And at lunchtime I will ask, why are you a member of the Share Cup program? To see if they have been educated and to see if the message have come across the way it was planned. For the students who participate in the survey, I will hand out free memberships to those who aren't members already and free coffee vouchers to the members. This way the students will get a positive affiliation to the intervention. Another evaluation tool I will use is to compare current number of disposable coffee cups used in a year to number of disposable coffee cups used in a year after launching. Cafe C are offering borrow cups, so this statistic might not be 100% only because of the intervention. Looking at membership numbers also gives a good indicator how many students are participating in the program. The reusable coffee cups we'll be using need to be used at least 20 times for the plastic usage to be less than the disposable coffee cups. If it turns out that the cube cups are made from bad quality plastic and starts breaking, an ethical issue is created, and more plastic is wasted. The positive is that cube cups are fully recyclable if they should end up breaking. Cube Cup also sells parts, so if a cup should end up breaking, it can be fixed with individual parts, which we will make sure to always have in stock to not waste the cups. Another important consideration is to make sure to have a varied range of posters with different people to make sure the right message is spread across. My focus on this intervention has been that it has to be convenient and affordable, to get as many as possible to use reusable coffee cups. This strategy might have some unintended consequences with it. The students might not find it extremely inconvenient to use reusable coffee cups in the future after being exposed to a very convenient system and having constant education about the cups around them, and might actually stop using reusable coffee cups afterwards. In other words, the intervention might be too convenient. As mentioned earlier, the share cups are in one way just creating another waste issue if they start breaking or if they get thrown out. This can also create negative consequences for the users. If the cups break and get holes in them, they can start leaking, which can cause serious burns as well. If these things happen to the cups and to the users, other people will stop using the cups as well. If this happens, it's really bad for the environment, as we have just purchased 1,000 cups that no one are using. That is a much worse issue for the environment than the disposable cups, and might be a serious unintended consequence. Another possible consequence is that the cups will need to be cleaned. With this comes a lot of water usage as well as washing detergent use. In dry season, this can cause consequences if USC suddenly need to use much more water and detergent than what was needed before. I would like to conclude this video presentation by saying that I strongly believe that this is a very feasible intervention plan that will work for USC. and the design structure of it means that it can also work as a citywide program in the future, after being tested and tried at USC. USC is a sustainable university and sustainable role model for the society, which is why it is the perfect place to run this type of program. In addition, university students drink a lot of coffee and use a lot of disposable coffee cups. When they are already at USC, when they pick up their coffee and throw them out, they might as well pick it up and return it, as they most likely haven't left the premises anyway. The theory of planned behavior model is a suitable framework for changing students' behavior and attitudes to using reusable cups. By offering this program, along with educational messages, the target market is likely to choose to join the sharecare program rather than using disposable cups. The next 2 slides will include the references used in this video. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video.